where did it start going kind of sour with Saltine recently?
Well, so do you guys know about the gem deal or no?
I heard a lot about this gem deal.
I'm not going to say names.
I don't. I heard a lot about it, but I heard a lot of like conflicting stuff.
I got like
just
the
hearsay.
Story.
Let's
I have
hear
the
it.
exact story.
Hey guys, we had a killer Patreon episode for you this week where we discussed the reemergence of the Deftones and how much they're getting.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Check it out. Subscribe down below, guys. What up?
Hey.
Election special.
The election special got the do-rag on. We got our boy Olly.
Yo, how we doing?
Famously went on a long trek with Saltine, which we're going to talk about. Look, guys, I had a Maury Povich show today. I had something planned today. I was going to get Seth on here, and Olly was going to confront him about some things. Saltine. And Olly was going to confront him about some things, but that little bastard got wind of what was going to happen. And guess what he uses as excuse, Danny?
Can I guess?
It's the oldest one in the book. It's the oldest one in the book.
My dog ate my homework.
Pretty close, dude. It's the next one up. You know that next one?
I'm sick.
It's grandma, dude. My grandma got in an accident.
Isn't his grandma live in Atlanta?
I'm pretty sure she doesn't live here, but for some reason he's saying something about Newberry Park.
Okay. What is Saltine going to be able to do to remedy the situation?
He's going to have to pay up or give back he has multiple items.
I meant to his grandma's car accident.
Oh, yeah. No, exactly. What is he going to do? Show up there? No one even likes him.
Saltine has not really ripped me off. He did owe me $250, but he filmed 2 videos with us. We call it square. I'm trying to think, though, the only real thing Saltine has to offer to other people who aren't content creators is a big penis.
Pretty much.
And maybe his grandma's hankering for a post-accident big cock.
Yeah. Maybe she's loopy on some Percocets. Wants to have fun.
Yeah, dude, like what I fucking do with my grandma and my big dick. Like, you got me fucked up if you think I'm not going to put it in that old bag.
Anyway, he's been worrying me. I'm really worried about Saltine, but I'm curious to hear this story, too. You know, like, I want to know what the hell happened because...
Let's back up a little bit because Saltine, the scamming allegations had been percolating in Los Angeles for a while. Brooks was owed some rent here. I believe Jacob Couch was owed a bunch of rent when Saltine was crashing on Jacob Couch's couch. Couch. And then it really came to a head when Leo, in our video we shot this spring, Generation Z is doomed. Leo, he just told him to his face that Hampton Brandon was scamming him.
Yeah.
By trying to get him to come out to Florida and write screenplays with him.
Yeah, we all know what happened with that situation. I'm not sure. But either way, we seem to be right, huh, Saltine? You know, we seem to be right about it. If you haven't seen that video, it's a classic. Gen Z is doomed.
Yeah.
But then he went from Saltine does like to do the victim thing. He does the Gen Z victim thing. And he went to our friend Olly, who's very much a sweet character in our world.
Thank you.
Look at Olly. Look at his kit, Leo.
He's the man, dude. He's got a hot girlfriend, dude. He gets pussy.
I think he has a deer. He has a deer ankle right now. What is that?
A deer leg.
It's part of your. It's just like your brand, right?
Yeah, it's just a trip sitter. You know, got to have it on.
He's a lot like you, Leo. If you instead of playing baseball, you took acid.
Yeah, and he's like a freak athlete too. How you can do what is the when you go above the bar? What is that?
Muscle ups.
You could do muscle ups like no other.
Yeah.
He hit the Hollywood High 16 stair. I don't want to touch it. He hit the Hollywood High 16 stair on a snowboard. And the way they made it skatable or snowboardable for a snowboard is they just got some 7-Eleven ice and dumped it at the base of the rail and used that as lubrication for the landing.
Yeah, I saw some of the falls, too, prior to the one that was landing.
Yeah.
Glad you were wearing a helmet.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you still get concussed, Olly?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I got a concussion for that one.
That's gnarly, man. The Hollywood 16 is a proving ground for the top-level pro skaters.
Oh, yeah.
And you snowboarded that bitch.
It's a legendary set, for sure.
You can do a double backflip on a snowboard.
Yeah.
On acid. I mean, I have to add that part of it now.
Does the acid hurt or hinder? Or hinder or help?
Kind of helps because, like, you don't really think about if you fall, it's going to hurt. Until you fall, then it's a reality check. You're like, this is too fun right now.
So let me think. So is that what Shaun White... I heard these rumors way back in the day when he was first starting that some doctor tested his brain and he had zero fear. That one like place where you fear falling or you fear getting hurt, he doesn't have it in his brain. and it made him one of the greats. I mean, the greatest.
It's
Isn't
interesting
he the
with
Jordan?
you, like the one part of the brain that controls hygiene. There's no electrical registry with you.
You know, people think that I smell now, right? You know that people at shows they smell me. They smell me at shows, dude. I smell beautiful all the time. Flowers.
Our fans turn into dogs at the park when Leo comes around now.
I don't know what Danny's talking about, dude. You smell good, bro. I'm like, dude, why did you smell me? Come on.
Well,
but
here we go. We get Joni pulling in behind me. My Tesla is now trapped in the garage. Hopefully, Joni doesn't do a bunch of acid in the back and become unable to move the car.
And she likes acid too. There's a lot of people in this house that like the acid.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So how often would you say you do acid?
I usually try to get like at least 2 weeks in between each trip, just for the tolerance purposes.
I would have guessed a lot less as far as cushion periods. I would have thought you were going daily at this point.
If you go daily, you got to double the dose. So like if you take 1 right now, you'd have to go 2 to even feel that.
Yeah.
Next day, 4, 8, etc.
You've done that before.
Yeah, it's a waste of sauce though.
What is it about acid that you love so much? Because you don't really do any other drugs. You don't drink much. You don't smoke.
Never done any pills. No cocaine. Nothing like that. And just psychedelics. Really like psychedelics a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you're wearing a Make America Trippy Again hat, I would guess so.
Oh yeah, dude. That's the goal. I mean, this whole shirt on the road trip, dude, is I'm Wajmir and then Saltine's Winston, dude. And election's coming up in 2 days and my VP's nowhere to be found. Pulling a Joe Biden on me. And
pulling a Joe Biden on you.
Dude, yeah. Not looking good in the polls, Saltine.
Yeah.
Saltine.
Joe Biden usually goes for children sexually. Saltine goes for elderly women. His own blood, too. So tell us what happened with you and Saltine. Because Saltine, it seemed, you were his last ally.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
And I want to say, I don't dislike Saltine. I understand if I give him money.
Yeah.
It's a coin flip if the money's coming back. Probably not quite.
Saltine's been hanging. He's been hanging at the crib, helped me with the stream setup. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'm like, what is he looking for here? You know what I mean? I think it is a gambling problem he has. We can talk about that too. But tell us, like, so he came from a place like, oh, this video Danny and Leo made that was messed up. Like, I remember him being in the victim place. And then he went directly with you, which was, I thought was a good move. But then tell us what happened on the trip or how it went.
Yeah, so basically before the Alaskan voyage, like right after your guys' video, I was trying to find somebody to hike Mount Whitney with, and all my friends out here weren't down. And that's what I like about Saltine, because he's down to do a lot of crazy shit.
Oh, he is.
That's true.
So I called him up. He was living with B-Dave, and he's like, yeah, I'm down. He hasn't hiked in like years. This is a pretty fat mountain. So I drove down to Long Beach, picked him up, and then we did Mount Whitney. And originally I was supposed to drive him back to Long Beach afterwards, but I already had tickets to go to the Dead & Company Sphere. So I was like, yo, if you want to come to the Sphere with me.
In Las Vegas?
Yeah, because I didn't want to backtrack.
Okay. How far is Mount Whitney from Long Beach? Where even is Mount Whitney? I don't actually know where it is.
I honestly don't really know. It was like 6 hours though. It was actually kind of near Death Valley.
All right, it's probably up near Inyo County. It might be in Inyo County, which our channel has definitely explored a bit.
Yeah, no, that was a sick hike. But yeah, so instead of backtracking to drop him off and then drive to Vegas, I was like, you want to just come? He didn't have a ticket, but like in the dead scene, if you like hold your finger up, you can get a miracle. And that's exactly what Saltine did. So like we tried to do like a diversion. I was like I purposely like stuttered the lady a little bit. And Saltine, when she was checking my ticket into the Sphere, and Saltine like got by her and literally entered into the Sphere, and then she like sniped it though and was like, well, where's your friend's ticket? And I was like, what friend? And then he was in the Sphere, and then security chased him down, and then like he got booted, and I was like, fuck, that's ass. And then like probably 30 minutes into the show, he calls me. He's like, I'm in the Sphere, and I'm like, no way. So yeah, he got like a $250 ticket for free. That was pretty sick. But then
the miracle ticket came through.
Yeah.
So how many men in the original Grateful Dead are still alive?
We just lost one. Rest in peace, Phil Lesh. He was the bassist, but Bob Weir, Bill. We have both the drummers.
Oh, Bill.
Yeah. We got both the drummers, Bob Weir, and then,
banging Bill.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then I think that's pretty much about it, to be honest. But I mean, there's like Bruce Hornsby, but he wasn't like an original member or nothing. But
are any of the charismatic founders still in there?
Yeah, Bob Weir.
Bob Weir is one of the guys. What instrument does he play?
He's the rhythmist. So like Jerry's the main guy. Then Bob would be like
Yeah.
leading him into things. But now it's like John Mayer, but I'm not a John Mayer fan.
I was going to ask who writes the songs, but do they even really have songs?
Yeah, Robert Hunter. He was like,
Is he dead too?
Yeah, he's dead now, but he wrote Terrapin Station, so he's the ultimate Terrapin.
What's Terrapin?
It's a turtle, but a lot of people ask me what Terrapin is, and it literally is a turtle, but...
Is his acid kicking in right now?
Hopefully.
It might be kicking in right now. He's checking his watch.
He's checking his watch.
I don't know anything about the Grateful Dead, but it is fascinating. All these great 60s and 70s bands now, the members, any day you wake up, you could see a headline that they perished.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Richards could be dead before sundown.
Bob Dylan's coming up, dude.
Bob Dylan is in his, and he's still dropping heaters. I guess his last album kicked ass, but he's probably in his mid-80s now.
Yeah.
Wild.
Living in a compound in Malibu. Not a bad way to go out.
Yeah.
But at what point, because I've heard it said, so the Rolling Stones, pretty much they've lost all of their members except for the charismatic core, which is Keith and Mick. And they got Ron Wood, who's not technically an original member. He came in midway through the ride, but they lost Charlie Watts, their original drummer. Their old bassist quit long ago. And now if one of them dies, it's fucking over. But until then, they're making $5 million a night doing shows. And I'm glad to hear that the Grateful Dead are keeping the fucking train going.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly don't think Jerry would be approving of the Sphere. He was like an anti-government type of person, and now modern day deadheads, like, you got to be like vaccinated to go see Dead and Company during COVID, and like, Jerry wouldn't even have like, he didn't even want to tell people not to come to the show if they didn't have tickets, because he's like, I'm not the government, it's a free world. Like, that's kind of how he was. Like, old hippies used to hate the government. They would like, don't tell me what to do. Like, obviously, like, but modern day deadheads are like, if they like, oh, get the vax to come to the show. All right, wear a mask to come to the show. All right, so it's
are
like,
they Kamala voters too on the whole?
Oh yeah, dude. Bob supports Kamala.
Bob, is he a guy in the Grateful Dead?
Yeah, he's the rhythmist. Yeah,
and people don't realize, like, they've been brainwashed into thinking Kamala Harris is the candidate of the little people. Kamala Harris is the candidate of the CIA and of fucking censorship and of the war machine,
big pharma.
And it's exactly, and it's insane that people don't realize that. It's insane that that the propaganda that she's there to fight for women and gay people and people of color actually sticks.
It's wild.
Well, actually, it's funny you say CIA, because there's like a theory behind Jerry Garcia working with the CIA. I don't really know much about it, but like Tucker Carlson's dad was like, it was about the acid and shit back in the day.
Acid. It's always been connected to the CIA. Acid,
yeah, I don't
right?
know much about it, but a lot of people DM me like, "Yo, Jerry was a CIA." Like, I'm like, I don't know, dude, honestly. But
did they packed out the Sphere?
They packed it out, dude. They fucked the shit out of it. Wait, packing it out means beating it up, right?
Yeah, well, you could.
Well, there was empty spots
packed.
That's King Croc used to always talk about packing somebody out, and then I turned it. I was like, that sounds pretty gay. He'd be like, man, I'm gonna pack this N-word out, man. If you come around here one more time, I was like, you're gonna fuck him in the ass, King Croc? King Croc's like, man, what?
Yeah.
Nah. All right. So somebody raped or beat up the Sphere.
No, but yeah. So Long Beach, Mount Whitney, Sphere. From the Sphere, I've actually not told this publicly to anybody, but I'll share it. I don't really care. So I was tripping on mushrooms pretty heavily, and I like have a girlfriend at the time, and I thought it was a wonderful idea. I was like, dude, you know what? Like, this is the girl. I'm gonna marry her.
Oh my god.
So I never got a tattoo in my life, and I literally so this is what happens, right? I'm still tripping. We go to Saltine's boy's house, who he let us sleep in the tattoo parlor. Shout out to Sin City.
Big Dick Skyler.
Yeah, that guy's a savage, but
he is.
Sin City Tattoos, that's like what the shop was. And I got like an inside joke on my ass cheek for her. And then the next day, we were filming like a Sphere and Loathing style video. And I went to
Sphere and Loathing or Fear and Loathing?
Sphere and Loathing.
That's a good idea. I might have to steal that title.
Next year. Yeah.
And then so we went to the pawn shop. I literally bought a ring for her and everything, dude. It was only $850. It's solid gold. I'm probably gonna hold on to it at this point.
Yeah.
Not take a loss on it. And then that's when I was like, and I was asking Saltine, like, yo, should I do this? And he was honestly hyping me up. I was like, all right, let's do it. And then I was driving home, and
I would love to hear Saltine's logic for getting married. Like, yeah, bro, like, you like the bitch, like, put a ring on it and shit.
That sounds like a nightmare situation. Being like fucked up on acid and having to ask Saltine for life advice, dude. That sounds horrible.
I feel like basically whatever you want the answer to be, he'll give it to you, though. Like if you're just like, hey, Saltine, should I fucking go live in a hut in Montana? He'll be like, yeah, man.
Oh,
like,
he'd be hyped on
fuck with like the modern life shit, dog. Like, fuck. Hey, Saltine, should I go rob a bank right now? He's like, fuck, man. Like, you know, I ain't gonna tell you what not to do. Like, fuck it. Like,
if we had big money, I guarantee you could like hire an actor to like present him an idea where he's robbing a bank, and Saltine would be down.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'd be down.
Yeah, definitely.
How could we get him to do that? Like, we should get Saltine to be. We should tell him to dress up as the Statue of Liberty and be one of the like Liberty bail bonds, Liberty like check cashing, Statue of Liberty sign twirlers, and stand out in front of a bank and divert police attention. We could get him to do something like that where he's not actually going to have to walk into a bank with an airsoft gun and point it at somebody.
Right.
That'll be a little extreme because then eventually we'll get in trouble too.
Yeah.
But maybe not. You know, maybe the trail ends with him.
Maybe it could end with him 100%.
Yeah, the police department, they're stretched to their limits right now.
Oh, yeah.
But that would be nice if we could get Saltine to divert police attention during a fake bank robbery.
Probably be down.
So what happened with this chick?
Yeah, so on the way home, I was trying to keep it a surprise. And, you know, if you like are kind of being weird, a girl will think something's up. So we got in like a little tiffy on the way back, and I was just on the phone, and she lives in Pennsylvania. We were like a long distance. And then
She was hot, huh?
Yeah, she's awesome, and she's really cool. She's a Terrapin for sure. Shout out to you. But then I was just rethought it. I was like, dude, this is probably not. I should probably wait, you know. And then
I mean, you're young, dude. How old are you?
I'm 24.
How long were you with her?
Dude, I've known her for like 3 years. I haven't slept with any other girl in like past 3 years. Pretty crazy.
You been hitting that?
Yeah, but now we're not. So me and Saltine stopped in Pennsylvania at her house.
I like how it stopped in Pennsylvania as if it's like Baker or Barstow.
Little quick trip to Penn.
Yeah, from Las Vegas.
Yeah,
So you guys went from Las Vegas to Pennsylvania?
Yeah, exactly.
And what were you taking? What vehicle?
This was the old Moon Cheese Lander I have. It's like the Tacoma with the cap on it.
Okay.
They had a truck for that.
Yeah, no, it was sick. And yeah, so I get there. She didn't like Saltine at all, like right off the bat. Bad vibes. Like, because like, all right, we'll go grocery shopping, for example. He doesn't chip in at all, and then he'll eat the most out of everybody in the house.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm like, bro, like that's just like common manners type stuff. Like,
I think he like kind of like he thinks about like, if I have 2 meals now, I don't have to have another one later. So I'm just gonna. I feel like that's how he thinks about it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But
It's like keeping a possum alive, having Saltine around.
yeah, no, I mean honestly, I wanted the best for him. But then, so after that, me and my girlfriend stayed together for a little bit. But anyway, we just recently broke up. But it is what it is. But so at this point, we're like in the sphere. They had like the motorcycle visuals on the screen and shit. And me and Saltine, I was like, "Yo, this is gonna happen." Like, because I've had my motorcycle, the Goldwing, for like 2 years now, and I bought it intending on doing that trip. And I just really couldn't find anybody like willing to do that. So it's a bike meant for 2 people. So it's like it's funnier too. And then that was the goal. So we stopped at her house and then go to my house. I had like 100.
You have a house in Pennsylvania?
No, I'm in Massachusetts. It's my parents' house.
Okay.
And I have 100 shirts waiting for me to tie dye.
Are really crisscrossing the country here. Just stopped off in Massachusetts from Pennsylvania.
Next thing.
Another 1,000 miles? I don't know.
It's like 6 hours from her house. That shit, long distance sucks. But
yeah.
So then I had 100 shirts to tie dye. She actually helped me. We did that all in 24 hours.
All right.
Trip for that. That was a crazy time. And
Okay.
then,
yeah, that is the hippiest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Oh yeah, I got one of the shirts. Dude.
Oh yeah, no, that's sick when you wear it. Dude, but I got 500 waiting for me to tie dye. That's just gonna suck.
Woo.
That's a lot. And they're all 4 extra large, so like that's like a mini
Oh, they'll
tapestry.
fit Leo perfectly. A little tight.
Yeah. So we get back. I'm saving money. Originally, Saltine was just gonna help me tie dye. I was gonna like pay him whatever, and then we'll save up money. But he had this like app called InstaWork, and he ended up finding a good gig at like a PGA Senior Golf Tour. He even filmed the video, and I posted it on my channel. I was like homeless in the rich part of Rhode Island for like. He was there for like 3 weeks, so he saved up like $3,000 cash. So this is like
Saltine saved up $3,000 cash?
Yeah, like straight up, like $3,000 cash.
How?
No, at InstaWork. He worked there 3 weeks straight.
He does that shit.
So he had money for the trip, and I had money. And then the day comes for the trip. First day is awesome, like best day ever. I mean, the whole trip in general was awesome, but like this is what happened. So his phone, he dropped it. Like it was like the most mellow drop, and it literally the screen cracks and it's not usable. So he previously bought another phone before the trip, but it had no SIM card in it. So, like, long story short, his bank account got locked out. So,
or conveniently locked out, or that's what he's telling you.
Exactly. At this point now, if he had a gambling addiction, that $3,000 could have gone. Who knows? But I mean, I believed him. I was like, oh, dude, that's fucking ass. And like, before the trip, I bought him the Evil.
And he doesn't have
suit.
a wallet with debit cards that have access to that bank?
No, nothing.
Of course not.
And I got him the Evil Knievel suit. That was like $480. He said he was gonna pay me back. I bought him the helmet. I was like, dude, you can. That was like $130. I was like, dude, like, cause he didn't want to spend money on the helmet, but I'm like, and just use my old one. But I'm like, I'll personally buy you this helmet just because like you need it for the fit.
Yeah.
So he was gonna pay me back for the suit, and then well, later down the line, I bought a computer, but I'll get there. And so yeah, so this whole trip, I was just funding it basically because he didn't have any. His bank account was locked out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I already told him ahead of time. I was like, dude, I'll pay for all the gas. It's a motorcycle. It's cheap. He's helped me film content and shit. And like,
Had you seen the $3,000 in his bank account?
no, not at all. Because
You think it existed, Leo?
Maybe
I mean,
in his mind.
it had to have though. He worked 3 weeks legitimately straight.
But 3 weeks saving $3,000? He must have not slept. I
I
mean,
no, he literally slept in a laundromat every night. And the security guard like tried kicking him out multiple times. And he's like, dude, it was a crazy story. Like,
Saltine is fucking street.
that's
He
why
is,
I
man.
respect. That's why I have respect for Saltine, because like anybody can shit on him all they want, but like, dude, he is a crazy like bastard.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a tiny little guy. He has no weapons, and he sleeps sometimes outside. I think that's badass.
When I lived in Las Vegas, I was a busboy for about a year, and I saved $4,000, and my rent was only $500 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a year of work, and I saved $4,000.
But he wasn't eating, like, he didn't spend any money on food. He didn't spend money on anything, right?
Yeah, nothing. Nah, he just saved it all, and then
All right, I'm skeptical. I think he might have saved $500.
well, he also had another gig going. He was like laying stones when he came to my house. So he literally made 500 cash. I did see that. 500 cash. And yeah, so then we got ready to go for the trip because he was working. I finished the tie-dyes. And then the trip is like awesome, dude. Like my fans genuinely loved Saltine. Like they like literally loved him so much. And like he's good at talking, as you guys know. Like, so he got us. I mean, dude, he just talks to everybody. And like in Tennessee, for example, like
Yeah.
he was just in
Everybody's stupider for having had a conversation with him, though. I don't know if I'd say he's good at talking.
So wait, tell me what he would do, though. You told me he would reach out to fans, like, once you...
Yeah. So this is what happened. So we were in Tennessee, and there's this guy, Crazy Jimmy Meats. This guy's a beast. He let us stay with like for 4 days. We didn't even know him at all. He just saw the EK suit, and he's like started a conversation, and we shot the shit with them. And this was in Chattanooga, and he let us stay. We made some trip burgers with him. It was awesome. And like I was trying to edit.
Can I guess what a trip burger is?
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
There's acid in the burger patties.
On the buns, liquid acid. But yeah.
My idea is better. You should cook it into the patties.
Hey, well, if it's too hot, it might kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be careful.
Figure it out.
Yeah, that's true. You
Gotta be careful with the drip sauce.
You got to be careful with the trip sauce on the burger.
Yeah, but no, like later down the line though, like Crazy Jimmy Meats was like an awesome dude, and Saltine, like, what I didn't know this at all, but he literally like went behind my back to ask him for $800 cash, and he told me like 3 weeks later, he called me. He's like, "Hey, what's up, brother?"
That sounds like a demand. That doesn't sound like an ask.
No, he's
Hey.
like,
Listen, I need $800 fucking cash,
Yeah.
or I'm
Yeah.
gonna like tell everybody you like tried to rape me.
yeah, nah. And then it's like, when I found out about that, I was kind of disappointed because I'm like, dude, these people are like genuinely nice. Like, if you've needed, and I bought him the computer to help me edit, which like, dude, we did like probably 2 editing sessions, and this guy would be sleeping, legitimately sleeping, and he'd be like nodding out, and I'd be like, yo, and he'd be like, I'm listening, dude. And I'm like, bro,
Yeah, right, dude.
it was insane.
Did he ever do any editing for you?
Dude, like, he edited the what's it called, the wall drug video, which like that's like an hour-long video, so that really is not hard to edit.
Mhm.
And then he gave me like, there was one more video he edited, but that was it. Honestly, the shorts are way more like insane to edit. I was
Mhm.
trying to do daily uploads on that shit, and that's like short form content just sucks to edit, in my
Mhm.
opinion. But
Yeah, it takes. Well, editing long form stuff well is hard too, but short form is tough. You got to know how to story tell. It's a
Oh.
lot of information you got to get across really fast.
yeah, it's like take like an hour of content and turn it to a minute and a half. It's like, dude, this is crazy.
Some stuff just can't be turned into short form content. I don't think anybody will care about this other than other video creators.
Yeah.
But we try to turn some of our videos or moments into clips, and it just doesn't work because there's too many nuances for people with ADD who are like scrolling in fucking Indochina.
Mhm.
Oh,
What?
yeah, exactly.
A lot of kids from Indochina watch our shorts.
Indochina.
Yeah, a lot of kids from Indochina. That, I don't even know if that exists anymore. That might have been like a temporary colony of the Brits. But what works best on shorts is just somebody taking a swing at you.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody screaming at you or fucking taking a swing.
Mm-hmm.
Or trip sauce. That shit blows up.
Yeah, I've seen. I saw a
Probably.
couple years. Yeah, they're going super viral.
What's trip sauce? What does that happen? How it happens
Trip sauce is LSD, but
Yeah, when he hits LSD, he like hit LSD at Costco, and
that shit was awesome, dude.
So the title of the short is taking LSD at Costco.
No, I think I titled it like the Trip and Bake Slapped or something.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
see, it doesn't seem to me like many people will know what the fuck that is.
Well, that's another thing too. It confuses people, so they're all commenting like, "Dude, what is this?" And that's why, like if I post weed, which I don't smoke weed, but if I posted weed, like people get banned so easily. But like Instagram doesn't really know about the trip sauce yet. But they did say I cannot say terrapin anymore.
What?
Weird.
What's terrapin again?
Literally a turtle. It's a turtle. But so now I say T-pin.
I don't. Why would the turtle be banned from Instagram?
They said it's drug related, which it's like people probably just reported my video.
It's heavily associated with the Grateful Dead, though, right?
Yeah, but if you look up terrapin, it's literally just a turtle.
It's a turtle.
Wait, so do you ingest the acid on camera? You're like,
Oh yeah,
woo!
I got some fat doses out there for sure.
So
but-
you're just taking acid on camera?
Yeah, I mean, and as of recently, a bunch of people have been sending me stuff, and I respect it a lot. Like this guy sent me this dope ass Grateful Dead belt, but people will send me like care packages of like crazy psychedelics, and I'll just like take massive doses and then shout them out, and they love it too. They'll give me like a discount code so I can give my fans that, and then like code Trip Sauce, whatever, you know.
You ever worried about the source of the acid or how they're making it or anything?
No, not really. I do
your
have a
honesty.
test kit back home though. It's in the woods.
What do you
somewhere.
test for when you're testing acid? That's
There's-
good to
it's
know.
something called N-bomb, and that will
Mhm.
kill you.
Damn.
And like you could have a sheet of acid, and some tabs are good, and some has N-bomb, and
you know,
it's scary.
some people on the radical left would say that N-bombs, like the N-word, can kill
Can
too.
kill too.
'Cause,
So
it can cause such hurt and shame in the black community that people will just start dying deaths of despair.
yes,
Yeah, that's true.
you must not say it.
So that's the thing that's keeping you from dying an overdose death is in the woods somewhere. That's good. And you're
Yeah.
taking massive doses that come over Federal Express. Ollie, are you high right now? Are you feeling it?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling pretty nice at the
Let's
moment.
go.
What do
Let's
Leo
go.
and I look like to you?
Nah, the same old, you know.
All right.
Yeah,
What-
Leo's a terrapin.
Yeah.
Have you publicly talked about that ever? Or no?
I took a hit with my boy here. It was and then I did a show and I annihilated. So,
Wow.
It was.
I,
There's your recipe.
yeah. No, so I was like, oh well, I'm never gonna do this again. No, but it was really fun. It was way better than any mushroom I've ever done for sure. I didn't like mushrooms the 2 times that I tried it, but the one, yeah, I took one. I think it was like a drop, and it was a good time, Danny boy. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
yeah, mushrooms are kind of anti. I mean, they're not, but like, here's the thing: frat dudes will take like a microdose now and think they're like trippy.
Mhm.
When like if you take enough psychedelics, you'll seriously get humbled.
Mm.
What do you think about dudes in Silicon Valley and in the investment banking world microdosing
Exactly.
before they go into crunch spreadsheets all day?
See, like, I'm not like, my logic is I think if you want to get into tripping, you have to trip before you micro because it will ruin it. Like your first ever trip, you don't know what's coming.
Mhm.
So you want to experience it. If you take a little micro, which I've done with people, I've taken so many people's like I've tripped with so many like people for the first time,
Mhm.
and like some people will be like, oh, I don't know, man. Like I'll just take like a gram, and then as they're tripping, they're like, dude, I wish I trusted you. Like I wish I took more. This shit's awesome.
Mhm.
And you can't get your first trip back, and that's like the most special one. So
Are you jealous that I'm a trip virgin?
no.
You're not a little
Dude,
bit jealous
I
of
was
that?
talking to Mudflap, and he's like, yo, you got to dose Danny. I was like, dude, I don't know. If
I'm
you
trying
got
to-
dosed, do you think you would press charges?
I think yeah.
Would
Danny
I
be-
press charges? I would not press charges, but I would be very upset if somebody dosed me.
He
What
would
if it
be
was like
very
the
upset.
best day of your life?
It might be, but
I would be very upset if somebody dosed me.
Okay, well, I didn't dose you, but it would have been fucking
I haven't
epic.
consumed anything since I got in here.
I know. I don't even know how I would have dosed you, to be honest. Back in the day, it was a thing, though. Like the 60s, everybody was getting dosed.
I'm now going to treat you like Bill Cosby, though.
What, people watching?
Whenever
man.
you approach me with a drink, I'm going to throw it on the ground.
they
Yeah.
dose. I think they dose Don Draper in Mad Men.
Yeah.
And
No,
so,
dude, the
yeah.
Playboy After Dark. If
I'm also never going to accept anything from Mudflap now either.
He's
So
gonna try to dose you.
He's
too.
tipped his hand. Yeah, I could absolutely. I think Mudflap tries to dose people all the time. He gives people his most common method of dosing is he gives people an edible and he says it's 5 milligrams
just a
and it's
whopper.
actually 500.
Oh
Yeah, or
god,
something
yeah. For
crazy.
me, weed's more intense, dude. If I ate a fat weed edible, I'll be like incoherent.
Well, you mean you saw me probably in the Fear and Loathing videos.
Yeah.
So, Ollie, you being high on acid right now, a terrapin, And me being here, an acid virgin, never having done real psychedelics, though I did dabble in salvia at one point in my high school
That's
days.
sketch, but
Yeah, hardcore,
Salvia
baby.
you could just get at a smoke shop,
yeah,
though.
we
Why
got
is it
some in
sketch?
Montana. I tried a little bit, didn't really feel it though.
How is my energy right now? Do I have fed energy?
No, you're chill. You're for sure chill.
That's
Is he a
good.
T-pen?
That's good. Dude.
Yeah. I mean, technically, you have to trip to be a T-pin, but like the whole thing is like if you can trip around somebody and it's not like somebody you wouldn't want to be around, like when somebody's an anti-terrapin. Put it that way.
Okay.
You just tell.
So my vibes, I passed the check right now.
Yeah, you get the T-pins.
I got the
mean,
T-pin
the pants
vibes.
could be a little bit fatter, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm checking out his fit right now.
These are 80 waists. No, I'm just kidding. I just we have like a page called Fat Pants Mafia. It's like if the waist size is under 50, it's skinny pants.
Okay, so I can
We're all
either
skinny pants guys.
you got to
There's a
either
lot
have
of
a
skinny
good
pants
belt
guys.
or you got to be obese.
I know, right? No, I've never met somebody that fits in 80s, but
Yeah, Leo, you're cheating. You showed up to impress Ollie with
I
your
know, dude, I'm-
peace sign pants
I
and
look
your
like,
pirate shirt.
I look like a T-pen today, dude.
let's go. No, you guys are certified for sure.
Hell yeah.
I want to know, okay, so then where did it start going kind of sour with Saltine recently?
Start of it is the $800 cash demand.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
a
So,
fan.
so do you guys know about the gem deal or no?
I
Kind
heard
of.
a lot about this gem deal.
I'm not gonna say
But
names.
I heard a lot about it, but I heard a lot of like conflicting
No,
stuff
I got
and
like
just
the exact
hearsay.
story. I
Let's
have
hear
the
it.
exact story. I'm not gonna say who gave us the gems because like his whatever, but we'll say like Mike, whatever. His name's not Mike, but so this guy, whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Mike. So Mike.
Okay, yeah. So Mike, we pull up to Idaho. Saltine's like, yo, I got this crazy friend.
Again, I love this.
He's got insane.
Pulled up to Idaho,
Just
dude.
pulled up to Idaho
he's
like
like-
it was the 7-Eleven on Wilshire
Yeah,
Boulevard.
just
Yeah, so he's like,
next stop,
at
Idaho.
this point, we are on the Alaskan voyage. So
Mhm.
from Mass to Maine, backtrack. Also, somebody in the pod when Saltine came back, they're trying to shit on Saltine, saying the trip was not 16,000 miles. And I can attest it was 16,000 miles because we didn't straight shot it, as Saltine said on the podcast. So I saw that comment. I was like, dude, you can check my odometer.
16,000 miles is insane.
You can check your
Yeah.
prostate too, right, Ollie?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you put their finger up your fucking ass.
Oh,
They don't
shit.
believe you.
Oh yeah, I don't even care honestly, but yeah. So the gem deal, this is crazy. So we get to Idaho. Saltine's like, there's this guy who has like fully automatic guns. We can go shoot, and right away I'm like, dude, that's a fucking banger video. I'm down. I've never shot a fully automatic, and they're not even legal, which is crazy.
Mhm.
But we get there. He has binary trigger guns, which is legal because he had like mad gems on him, like $100,000+ worth of gems from Africa.
Mhm.
And he's so he had to go to Costa Rica for tax purposes because
Have you ever shot a non-binary trigger gun?
Never, no.
binary
It's
trigger.
pretty wild. Sometimes it just won't feel like shit. It'll just be like, nah, not feeling it today.
Oh, dude.
And then it'll take a mental health day, and you can't. And you're at the range, and you're like, what the fuck?
It takes a mental health day. That
Yeah,
time,
dude.
That's
I had a
bullshit.
non-binary trigger on a Glock once, and it was the most temperamental, bitchy Glock.
Try
It
to
lives in the
cancel
mission.
They are
Does it
crazy.
try to cancel you every now and then?
It does, yeah.
Oh.
It says I fingered it
Oh,
without
bullshit.
its consent. It says I fucking fingered
You have
it.
to ask for consent before you use the gun every time?
Yeah, you got to ask for consent, and
Oh.
then it said like I kept
non-binary?
shoving things into it.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, it says I kept shoving like foreign objects into it. And I was-
Oh, dude.
it says I kept fucking like jamming rods down its muzzle. And I was like, I'm just cleaning you, you know?
Bullshit, dude.
Gotta
You're going to
clean
see
'em.
it in court. Guess you're going to see that gun in
I'm going to
court.
see that non-binary triggered Glock in court. Continue, Ollie, before
Mhm.
my idiotic digression. You probably like digressions like that when you're
Yeah.
on acid, though,
Yeah,
right?
no, it's fun. I'm having a good time.
When
So-
I anthropomorphize a gun, do you like that when you're high?
no, I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
What's a non-binary name? I'm Zerp, the non-binary Glock. Hi, yeah.
No,
good.
non-binaries are mad fun.
Hmm.
Like it's like you pull the trigger in once and then when you release it, it shoots again. So like if you can go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that would be 20 shots.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it is actually crazy. You can
Wow.
like I have like a mag dump, like a 30-round mag dump in like legitimately seconds.
Hmm.
It is pretty sketch,
So
but
you're a libertarian tripster, or
Yeah,
are you a
yeah.
Republican
yeah,
these days?
I mean, I would say I'm libertarian for sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool,
I don't
cool.
think the government's out for our best interest. I'm a
Mhm.
big raw milker too.
Okay, so he'd get along probably with Crow, but Crow now hates us, by the way, because I sent him the Fear and Loathing video.
How do you know he hates us?
He doesn't hate us; he's just not down.
Hmm.
Yeah, a guy we filmed a video with in Chicago who was a complete legend. We went around in his van tormenting people at the DNC. He saw the video we put him in. I sent it to him because I was trying to get him involved in our election special. And I thought honesty was the best policy instead of pretending you were a fucking Cuban guy the whole time again.
Yeah, I was gonna.
And he wasn't into it, but he reminds me of you. He's like a hippie, but who fucking shoots guns and shit.
Yeah.
He probably hates the Jews a lot more than you, Ollie. But other than that,
a tad more.
Yeah, just a
he
tad.
He really doesn't like the Jews, but no, he definitely loved acid too. He told us about he took some acid. So
you were out there shooting with Saltine,
Yep.
and you've got a binary trigger.
Yeah,
very different thing.
Yeah. So it was an awesome day, and then so either way with the gems, he had to go to Costa Rica for his tax purposes, and he's like, "There's a deal in Seattle, which I would have to go, but since Saltine is his friend or whatever, he's like, I have these gem deal going down, $8,000, and we were already going to Seattle, so he's like, if you bring him there, meet this guy, you guys can keep all the cash." And I was honestly like, dude, that's insane. And we have the gems. Saltine at this point still has the gems.
I know he has the gems.
He presently has them.
Yeah, still.
He showed me the gems.
So this is what happened. So we get to Seattle.
This is insanely shady, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, it sounds shady. I told my mom, I was like, yeah, we might be making $8,000. It's just like
it doesn't seem right. Yeah.
That. But so we get to Seattle, and the guy Mike, he told Saltine, like, do not be late. Do not be late. This guy's a hardo, and he's like this some like Armenian like crazy bastard, like spending $8,000 on gems to do who knows what with.
Yeah.
And then so I was editing all night, so like I honestly am kind of mad at myself, because I stayed up to like 6:30. The deal was at 9. So I wish at this point I just stayed up all night and just did it myself. But Saltine had the gems. This was his friend, and he was supposed to help me edit. He passed out around like 12. So this dude's like honking and chewing, and I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed at like 6:30. He can take care of this in the morning, which I should have never done that. So you can call me an idiot all you want, but I wish fucking I did it myself. He woke up at 9. He was supposed to be there by 9.
And you guys were staying at the same place.
Yeah.
So you're still asleep.
Yeah,
when he's supposed to set his alarm clock and get up and go.
Yeah. We were actually at Sam's house. You guys just met Sam recently. This was in his place in Seattle.
Oh,
yeah. So,
Rumpelstiltskin was involved?
Rumpelstiltskin's involved.
Yeah, so he knows about it.
Rumpelstiltskin, he could get you there quick on that flying spoon.
He could have done it for you.
Yeah.
Sam would have gotten the job done.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, yeah, he's supposed to be there at 9, wakes up at 9. And then I'm sleeping. This dude takes my phone because he has nothing to Uber. So I woke up later. I mean, whatever. Like, so yeah, he was supposed to be there, but he shows up 30 minutes late at the end of the story. So,
which is really punctual for Saltine, honestly.
Yeah,
crazy punctual for Saltine.
About as good as it gets.
Yeah. So he goes. So he comes back and everything. I just had a good sleep. I'm on like a ground pad. Like, went to bed late. I wake up expecting like, oh, let's go. The day happened. $8,000. Like. How'd it go down? And he's like, oh, like, dude, like, I was like, he was just like, dude, the guy, like, he was victimizing at this point.
Of course, always.
So he said since he was like 20 minutes late, he was pissed that the guy left.
Okay.
While Mike specifically told him, like, do not be late. This guy's a dick.
Did the guy leave right at 9 when Saltine wasn't there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was pissed. And he ghosted us. Ever since that, he ghosted us. We didn't hear anything from him. And we think something sketchy happened because he started leaving some like voicemails in a different language, and it's like, this guy must have like died or something. He was like a hitman or some shit. But like,
where was the meeting place?
Dude, I think it was just like in public.
Hopefully.
And Saltine had the EK suit on, so imagine buying gems off somebody you don't know. But my boy Mike, he literally is like a well-known guy, so it hurts him because it's a bad reputation on him, which sucks. He had to pay $8,000 out of his own pocket anyways because we didn't. So after this deal did not go down, we tried to like privately sell these all throughout like Alaska, wherever, but without paperwork, everybody thought they were fake rubies and shit. So the most we got was like $50 offer.
Oh my God.
Dude, yeah, it was insane. We went all over and like that was it. $50.
Can you get paperwork on them now? I mean, I guess you gotta get them back from Saltine first.
Yeah, exactly. So
did it again. Stop it, dude.
Sorry.
Okay.
Right,
so
sorry.
I want to clarify to the audience right now.
Sorry.
Ollie said somebody's last name, realized he fucked up, asked us to cut it. We cut it. It's a bit of an ordeal. You know, we got to take it down. Our Asian producer, he was playing slot machines on his iPhone. He has to pay attention now suddenly. But then after we get it cut, he launches into the story again, Ollie, and he immediately says the same last name. And you wouldn't have noticed it that time until I was like, wait, you just said his fucking name again, Ollie.
Man is he's on acid.
Yeah.
Give him a break. But yeah.
I'm just trying to give it as accurate as possible. But all right, so Mike at this point has set up multiple deals in LA for Saltine to sell those gems. And I could literally pull up the text and shit. It's pretty crazy. Like he started blowing off the guy who literally gave him the gems and was like
blowing the
well,
guy
he wanted
off.
me to go to Hollywood Boulevard,
No,
dog,
literally,
and like
yeah.
at like 10 a.m., dog. And I was
Straight
like,
up.
you got me fucked up if you think I'm going to be up that early.
No,
to
the
go to
texts are
Hollywood.
crazy, and he was also asking him daily for money because he has a good bit of money, and Mike did give Saltine money, and ever since then, every day from his text to me, Saltine was asking for money to the point where he was just like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
God damn.
Like this guy has a wife. This guy has a wife. And
you know, maybe I was trying to produce a good pod, have him on here, but also it was maybe to like try to get Saltine to change a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it kind of hurt. It kind of hurt me a little bit that
he would
he
just
like
be denying this shit though, because Austin texted me on Instagram saying like, oh, like he was kind of pissed at me. I called him and we're chill now, but he was like, oh, you were using Saltine for content, blah blah blah, and he was saying like something. But needless to say, Saltine lied to Austin about the gems and said the day of the gem deal, he said that the guy bailed on us when that was not what happened.
No,
he literally slept through the deal. So
he slept through the deal.
So it's like, dude, at this point, I'm like, what? I don't even know, man. Like, it's just shady.
Well, the guy with the gems, though. Let me just say something, Mike or whatever. Like, what kind of instincts does this guy have? You see Saltine, you talk to him for 5 to 10 minutes. You think he's gonna make a deal happen for you? I mean, it is. I mean, if you want a deal not to happen comedically, maybe he was setting him up to maybe like he knew he was going to hold on to the gems forever. Maybe it was like a thing. Like he knew this was going to happen.
No, and then he flew to Costa Rica too, and he had 20 grand cash on him, which got confiscated because it was like not written off. And Mike literally was like, "If I knew I had this on me, I would have just given it to you guys." And I was like, "No, he's a beast. He's a snowboarder. He used to compete in the same stuff that I used to compete in. Really, really nice guy. And he was actually,
Yeah, you should tell him that he would have had a better chance getting those stones to Seattle if he put them up the ass of a basset hound.
I was going to say
we got them there.
He just said, "Go, buddy."
We got them there, dude. I should have just done it myself at the end of the day.
Yeah,
but I trusted Saltine at this point. Like, dude, we're literally living together. Like, on the back of a bike, hammock camping. Like, some crazy shit went down this trip.
Was Saltine getting any pussy out there on the road?
Nah.
Was he trying?
I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. I mean, we could have in Montana. This one girl let us stay with her.
Yeah,
and she was really, really cool, but not our type. But we stayed with her multiple times.
But that would have been the one that maybe he could have.
Oh yeah, dude,
slipped it in.
Well, she continuously called me cute.
So you were her first choice, of course, but then she was down to settle for Saltine.
Yeah, she would have. Yeah, for sure.
Ollie, what's your move with the chicks?
Dude, honestly, I mean, I'm 3 years with one lady, so now I'm like...
She was into the same stuff you're into, though. I mean, I feel like if he goes out on the slopes with a chick that likes snowboarding, he does
I could never date
back.
a trip that doesn't, like, I could never date a chick that's never tripped.
And you got some money, don't you?
I mean, I'm invested in crypto.
Yeah.
Like yourself, dude. I love Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean...
So you've got some money. You're not a couch surfer like some of the guys who frequent that couch right there. The guys who surf on this couch for the podcast also surf on couches for their sleep.
In general, yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, I have the Moon Cheese Lantern. That's a house. It's like literally a truck house.
Okay. Do you have a house?
That's, I mean, with my parents. You know?
In LA?
No, they're in Massachusetts.
So where do you stay out here?
Right now I'm just out here just for the weekend, but I'll be back out here full time in my truck after New Year's.
And you're just going to crash in your truck?
Yeah, full-time Planet Fitness resident.
Wow.
Burbank, dude. Okay. That place is awesome.
That is it's van life as they call it, but that is a huge, like, so many people are doing that now.
That's
nice.
So in the LA Times, there was an article. I wonder if we could have Jesse pull it up. It's about people in the Eastern Sierras who live in their van. LA Times. We could probably pull it up. LA Times. And the main chick they have in the article looks smoking hot.
Dude, yeah.
And I think, she like just talks about having to take a shit in coffee shops and not shower.
Oh, is that her?
Yes, dude.
Hey,
I think that should be Ollie's chick. Dude, she's
dude.
ripped. She's like a mountain climber.
Dude.
Ollie, I think you should go up there.
Yeah, if she's Terrapin certified, I'm down.
I'm sure she is.
Almost positive she is.
Let's go. Oh, she's got a biscuit? All right, cool.
That's a dog. But look at her. She's super sinewy and ripped. She's a rock climber. She will fucking be all about you sleeping in your truck and dropping acid and shit.
Go, dude.
And if you tell her that you got a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of Solana in that digital wallet of yours.
I'm never
Dude, the X
though.
was that snowboard chick I've seen, right? Like in your...
No. That's Clark. I was actually with her last night. She's really cool.
Look at that.
Doesn't
Burns
Clark
is
like
awesome.
you, dude?
She is a boyfriend.
Jesse he's drawing attention to her not shaved legs. Is that a deal breaker or is that a bonus for you?
Some T-pin certified shit?
Nah, dude, the leg hair. I'm not into the armpit hair or nothing.
And leg hair? What about leg hair?
Nah.
So you want your lady to still be a lady?
Yeah, I mean, like, if it's like a little bushy, like I like on top, it is what it is, dude. Like,
would you still hump this chick though, Olly? In her van?
I mean, dude, if she's like cool, I guess. Possibly. I'd have to get to know her, you know.
She seems like she's probably on your wavelength.
If she doesn't like the Grateful Dead, then I'd have to pass.
Okay.
Or if she has a Glock with a non-binary trigger.
Yeah, no, that's true.
These chicks I don't know. I'm trying to think of how many van chicks. There's a chick that I've kind of talked to on and off for a year who is a pretty outdoorsy hippie chick.
Dude, it's
Sometimes
awesome.
they like me. Sometimes they like me.
Yeah.
So
it's a good way of living, honestly. My friend Bayla bought a big blue bus out of Oregon, and she lives out that thing full time.
she's got a pipe right there, Olly. It looks like weed, though. It looks like weed.
Yeah, no, I'm not anti-weed. I just don't.
Looks just like a gasket.
Would you get blown by her, Leo?
Oh, yeah. In the van would be amazing. Hopefully the dog would be outside.
I think the dog would be inside. That's probably how she rolls.
No,
Dude, what
that's
type
too
of
much.
van is that?
I'm not a guy with an eye for vans.
Looks like a...
Just a classic pedo van.
Yep, classic rape van.
Dude, that's a nice van. She's got a nice
Yeah.
setup.
Honestly, the
GNC.
Sprinter vans, though, I'm not a big Sprinter van guy. Like, people spend $200,000 on them, they don't live out of them full time.
Yeah, is that the gentrification of the
That's
van
what it is
world?
now. Yeah, one less Sprinter. They have stickers called one less Sprinter for like, so that's not a Sprinter. So she could like rock a one less Sprinter.
I think those people are fucking jealous of the Sprinter. That's why.
No,
'Cause
yeah,
what kind of
they're-
amenities
they
does
are
the Sprinter
kick-ass.
have?
They're kick ass.
You can stand up in it, which is nice, even as a guy
it's
like
a full
me.
house. It's a full house. But there's in other countries you can get stick shift Sprinters. America doesn't make any vans that stick shift at
Well,
all.
why would you want that?
No, I would. I love stick shift.
You just want things to be less convenient for you, Olly?
Nah, it's just
More control.
yeah. I have a Deer Lake stick shifter in my whip right now. It's awesome.
Yeah, but that's not an actual functional thing.
No, it lasts longer. I mean, better in snow and stuff.
Better
Get
with
a gas
gas.
mileage
Yeah.
too. I know. Here's my logic: if everybody had to pass the test on a stick shift, America would have a lot better drivers.
Probably
Because you have
true.
to actually learn how to drive.
It's hard to text and drive if you're stick shifting.
What do you think about this? That's true. Leo, his car, it would be in much better shape right now because he
It's in great
sideswiped
shape
somebody
right now.
while he was trying to get a tit pic.
Not true. I was I got hit in a parking lot, but it's funny that happened. Just bad luck. Yeah, it sucks. But it's good now. My car's looking good. So I don't know what you're talking about. All right, buddy.
I would like to go out. I got my Tesla now. I guess you can crash in your Tesla pretty well because the AC will go all night. You can get a fold down mattress for them. I kind of want to go out to Joshua Tree and go camp it up.
Any car is a camper, honestly. A lot of people take out the shotgun seats and set up like a plank across.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly pretty convenient. There's benefits to that too, because if some sketchy shit was happening, you can get out and go. In my situation, I have to literally confront the situation to drive off. I can't crawl through like a van.
So. Yeah, because he lives on. He's got a little cover for his truck bed, and then that's where he sleeps.
That's the sketchy part.
Are you armed in there?
I have bear spray and like a baseball bat machete, but I do have a gun back home, but I can't travel with it. Just stupid.
What are they gonna do?
I know, especially on this Alaskan voyage, dude, crossing a border with.
But do you really think if you were going through America, do you really think anybody's gonna give you any trouble? Like, I mean, you can walk around with a gun openly on your hip without a permit in Los Angeles. Like, I could probably walk down Hollywood Boulevard right now with a gun drawn, and I think the cops would let me off with a warning if they showed up.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll see what ballot measures pass here. We'll see if Prop 36 passes. We'll see if we get the DA Gascon out of here.
Bullshit.
But you were telling me something about the Canadian border is also really open. Did you guys ever get stopped?
Yeah, dude. So people gave us like this guy in Montana gave us 2 nice ass DMT pens, give us a bunch of like acid mushrooms, but we kept passing it on because I don't like to travel with anything illegal on me. Especially, I have a huge steal your face sticker on this bike. We look like somebody you'd want to search for like psychedelics. So that was our logic the whole time, was like this would happen, but it was such a chill interaction with the border. We actually, Saltine literally cut a hole in his boot, a vial hole. We were literally gonna put a vial in his boot, and send it through. But we were gonna do that originally, but then I was like, it would be funnier if we purposely got caught and put a fake vial in there and act all suspicious. And it's because the vials say like it's in a Listerine bottle, so it says like a mouth dropper. So it'd been mad funny if he like purposely was acting sketchy and it got caught in his boots, and then like, oh man, I just have shitty breath, like
Mm.
I don't know. It would have been, but yeah, we got through with. You could take anything through on our trip, honestly.
Okay, the Canadian border. Let's talk law and order in L.A. Jesse, did you vote down here in L.A. already?
Did I fucking vote? Of course I did.
I voted last night at a black church.
Ooh. Did you vote for DT, dude?
No, dude, I voted for Kamala. I had a change of heart.
There you
Oh,
go.
come on, dude.
That's
I
good
knew
man.
it.
Good man.
It's a black church. I assume they're voting for Kamala Harris, but you could go either way. I don't know how heavy they are in abortion, but yeah, I studied a little bit. I had most of the measures down. The only one I voted in any way liberal on was the forced prison labor measure.
Mhm.
I guess they're making guys in prison work against their will. I haven't actually read into this. They say a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
They say that the voting laws are being rigged by making people have identification in order to vote, which, by the way, I didn't need. They did not ID me
Neither did
when
me.
I went into the
They
voting
didn't
place, which I guess I could just get all of my friends who weren't planning on voting and just get all of their addresses and go cast like 8 votes because no ID is required.
Yeah.
But it's hard to know if the way things are written are actually how they are in reality. Because, I mean, the way that Donald Trump is being described currently on the front page of the LA Times is basically as the Antichrist. But as a guy who was recently in jail, as a convicted felon, I had to vote against forced prison labor. But everything else I went fucking hard line on. And anybody, if I didn't know the council person, whoever had an Asian-sounding name, I voted for them.
Okay.
Which, Jesse, I hope you can get behind me on that one.
I think it's smart.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. I went Asian. The one thing I fucked up on is I'm not sure. So, the chick who just voted, or the chick who just said fuck the police, who's running against Kevin De Leon for like city council? Yeah, some chick who's running for city council said fuck the police, like
Gotta love
on
that.
stage.
Oh my god.
And I don't remember
Crazy.
who I voted for on
You
that
voted-
one,
you
and I
voted for
really
her.
hope I didn't vote for
You
her.
voted for her, dude. She has an Asian-sounding name.
Isabel
guaranteed.
Llorado.
No,
Oh,
that's
dude.
Latino.
Danny, you wouldn't know the difference behind there. You were probably Urado. It kind of sounds like it could be Japanese.
That J kicking off, unless it's Jew, like Joo or June. June can be an Asian name sometimes.
So you definitely didn't vote for Isabel Jurado.
But here's the thing. After I walked out of there, I was kind of like, fuck, did I mess up? Because as a YouTuber who disturbs the public for a living, it's kind of in my best interest for us to have a radical social justice reform DA.
Mhm.
It's kind of in my best interest for there to be open air fentanyl markets all over the city and for Target to be completely plexiglass caged up. Because the more anarchy there is, the less likely the police are going to come when anybody calls on us. And the less likely any of the things we do that kind of flirt with illegality are actually going to be prosecuted.
A great point.
But I still voted hardline Republican.
Well, how many of those are going to actually win? We'll see. I mean,
More and more. I mean, they're going to throw out the DA. They're going to throw out the radical DA. And Proposition 36 is going to restore felony charges for people who steal smaller amounts of goods.
yeah, I can't believe there's somebody across the street supporting Gascon, bro.
Wild.
Like a sign,
Wild. Absolutely
a sign for Gascon.
Yeah. I mean,
That's out of control.
here's how it goes with all that stuff. And you see a lot of Kamala Harris lawn signs on $20 million houses. Those guys were in a fraternity in college, or they went out to a bar in law school and they did rape a girl.
Yeah.
And they're afraid it's going to bite them in the ass.
Yep.
So they have to put up a Kamala Harris lawn sign to throw people off their trail.
On
I
the
think
Diddy
that's-
list.
I think that's what Mark Cuban's doing nowadays. I think there's something in his skeleton. He's got skeletons in his closet.
They got a Hoover file on him, a J. Edgar Hoover file on him, where the fucking FBI has dirt. And fucking with somebody as high profile as Cuban, it's very likely just some fucking shady voice at the FBI calls him up like, listen, you tech. He's just like, that's how the FBI talks to their blackmail. Though they call you. They're just like, hey, listen, you fucking. Yeah, I know what you did when you owned the Mavericks, that cheerleader, after you guys won the championship. I know you pulled your cock out in the locker room, you sick son of a bitch. If you don't want that shit on the front page of the New York Times, you're going to go hard for Kamala, baby. You're going to get up on the stump and say she's your girl.
And
Later. Bleep that too, Jesse. Hang up.
They got some. And DiCaprio, I don't know. I can read people well. His little video for Kamala, you can tell there's something behind his eyes. Like, he's worried. He's worried. They got him.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder. I wonder how much going out for Kamala. I mean, how much does that throw people off your case versus just staying silent? I feel like if you just don't endorse anybody, it's probably just as good. I mean, when you come out for Trump, then you're fucking yourself up.
Your original plan is like, if anybody has anything on you, you're going to come out as LGBTQ and trans, whatever. You said non-binary.
Oh, it's a great idea. I mean,
that's the move.
If you come out as trans, well, you're going to a female prison, which is, I mean, for you, I mean, you should arguably, Leo, just go like hold up a 7-Eleven with a gun right now, and then just come out as non-binary or trans. And then, like, I mean, you'll be locked in a cage with infinite women.
It would be my Calypso's Island or, whatever. But yeah, no, literally,
if you start aging out of getting pussy, like once you're in your late 40s, Leo.
And I'm just like, just a little fat, you know what I mean? Got some bad habits.
Yeah, that's our friend John McMahon.
Yeah, he's got some
John McMahon, he's old, and he says, like, there's a term now, it's like, would you McMahon that? Because he's like, once you get to my age, like, you'll start to realize, like, I'll take whatever I can get.
Oh, I realized that long ago, my friend.
We already kind of take what we can get nowadays,
Yeah.
It's kind of the move. I've been taking what I can get since I was fucking 17 when I lost my virginity.
It would be a better world if we could send every woman who's higher than a 7 to like Madagascar.
And then we just go visit. Yeah, visit.
No, and I say no. I say it's a walled off place. It's like a fucking Nazi Germany situation. Nobody can access the 7s and up. Maybe world leaders and dictators can go there. But think about how much less stressful life would be if, the Instagram Explore page didn't exist. If walking through Whole Foods, your heart didn't start beating out of your chest every other aisle.
Yeah.
It would be nice, man.
Yeah, like just like in my neighborhood, dude, I'll be walking around. There'll be such a hot girl. Just my day's done. My day is ruined.
Yeah, it's
like,
over.
who's having sex with that? Who's having sex with that girl?
I wonder if Brooks could get behind this idea too. Brooks, get over here. Just hop on the Olly's mic real quick. I will. No problem. Take care of your business. Take care of your business, buddy. We'll get your take on it.
Also, I do want to get to what Saltine does, how much money he owes you, and what's happened, and if he's even contacting you anymore.
Okay, so basically, it's just that when I was on the road trip with him, I said, if you can just pay me back, because he already agreed to this, like, because I bought him food the whole time, which, like, I wasn't, like, gonna make him pay me back for that, because I was like, dude, I'll feed somebody if they're hungry, and especially Saltine, like, dude, I don't care, like.
Yeah.
But, so I got him a computer, helped me edit, which was, like, he did, like, 2 editing sessions, so I should have taken that when he left. I don't know why I didn't. That was stupid.
What kind of computer?
It was like it was like $850, like, it was like a decent fucking Best Buy computer.
They're getting better these days.
No, it's not a Mac. It was like
something
Austin recommended, but it's good for editing, anyways. But and then the suit. That's all I said was like, dude, if you can just pay me back for the suit and the computer.
And you bought all his food.
Yeah, everything.
For how many months?
2 months straight.
That's a lot of money. You probably spent a couple thousand on that.
Yeah. I mean,
you probably spent at least $1,500.
You might have spent 3/4 of an Ethereum on Saltine.
Dude, I mean, yeah. I mean, dude, honestly, British Columbia's expensive food, like poutine and shit out there is not expensive.
No, for sure. So let me guess. He took the computer and he took the suit and everything, and he hasn't paid you back.
So yeah, so that's pretty much it. We stayed in contact after this trip ended it ended in North Dakota, and the winner of the Goldwing giveaway actually was trying to give him a moped to drive back to California, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, it was a sick ass moped. And Saltine just didn't do it because he doesn't have enough money to pay for the insurance, apparently. I don't know, free moped, that sounds awesome.
How much does it cost to insure a moped? About $75 a month?
Yeah, dude, it's a sick moped, too. It's like a Hayek or whatever. Yeah, but...
Why do you need to insure a moped?
Dude, I don't even know.
In LA, you don't need to insure anything.
No, it was 125cc, so you have to have a motorcycle license. But in LA, you could probably rip it.
Yeah, you could rip anything in LA.
Yeah.
Who cares? Up to and including manslaughter. You can manslaughter in LA.
Yeah, it's fine.
So
it's allowed.
Just basically, though, like, that was it. I mean, I was expecting to get what he just told me straight up was, as soon as I get back out to LA, I'll have my bank account unlocked. And I know for a fact he had the $3,000 from before he left that was the whole situation. He made that in Rhode Island. He had the money. His bank account got locked. And then he just started like, I mean, dude, I wasn't even pressing him hard on it at all. Like the content we got was awesome, like I'm like, dude, it is what it is. But he just ghosted me straight up, like
Yeah.
literally just ghosted me. And like,
Mm-hmm.
that's what sucks the most. Cause I'm like, dude, my fans love you. I love you too, Saltine. Like
Asking your fans for money,
Like-
he ghosts you.
yeah.
He spent the night at my house because we needed him for a video and we didn't think he was going to wake up for it. So he spent the night. He slept 1 hour. Okay. And he played these like online, like gambling games the entire night.
I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't know that.
So you think he's deep in, you think he's got a gambling problem.
Yeah, dude, I gave him in Vegas. He told me he was an insane rouletter, which is like, dude, how can you get it roulette?
Yeah, it's
No, I'm an insane slot machine picker.
Yeah.
Like the way I pull the lever is fucked, dude.
No, yeah,
it's so good.
I was like, honestly, whatever, dude. Here's $100 because he's like, dude, I'll like 8x this. I was like, fuck it, dude. It is what it is. $100.
I guarantee he couldn't explain the rules to roulette.
So he lost my 100 and
Like,
Nigel's 100. My buddy Nigel
you
Van.
fucking shake the dice and you blow on them, and like if you roll and like the vibes are good, they give you money.
Dude, also, when he left the road trip too, he had my Senna on his helmet. It was the intercom. That shit's like $250. And I just like to have that when I have a passenger. I'm like, yo, can you just ship that back to my house? Like, that's not even yours. But he said he did, and it's been like 3 weeks now. I haven't seen shit. So I'm like, if he does have a gambling addiction, he probably sold that and just gambled that shit away, man.
Well, there is just you want hop on mic if you want to talk. Hop on mic. Hop on mic.
I want him here with it because no one knows this, but I gave Saltine a $2,000 MacBook of mine. That's the one that he broke. So that was my computer, which I assumed because there was some file. Like, where is that? Can you tell me? Where? Where's the computer?
It's at the bottom of a fucking lake, bitch.
Okay, so it still exists because there's things on that hard drive.
Wait, where is it? You were off mic, Ollie. We need you on mic to say where it is.
Is it?
Yeah, it's in Georgia.
Is that comforting to you?
Why did he ship it to Georgia?
Yeah, why?
Explain. So we were gonna go to Tennessee to do like a cliff diving event, and we were gonna have his computer shipped out to meet us like while we were out there. And then the shipping got like messed up. The computer was lost. That's why I bought him a computer, because he was supposed to have this kick-ass computer set up, and I was like, damn. And then so I ended up having to just buy the computer for him. But yeah, so now it is still in Georgia, and we're waiting on an address.
Yeah, so basically there's some things on that computer which I just assumed I'd be able to grab off of, it before Saltine. Well, yeah, but here's the thing. I need to figure out where that computer is first off. So if we got to get on that.
Is there any Bitcoin on it, Brooks?
No Bitcoin, but
we should tell. Does Ollie know the Bitcoin story of yours? It's one of the most gripping stories I've ever been told. Where Brooks,
it's like people won't. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I honestly, people won't believe it when I say it, and I wish it wasn't true myself. But, yeah. So in 2012,
Ollie,
in 2012, I had this friend. He's a super big tech guy. And I was selling, I was selling paintings. I was in art school at Micah in Baltimore at the time, and I was selling paintings to people. And I had this show and sold like a really big painting to somebody. And but he was a friend, and so he convinced me. He's like, "Bro, just come on, let me give you Bitcoin for it." And I was like, "Bitcoin? What the fuck is that?" And he's like, "So just trust me, dude. It's gonna be worth it." Then he explained to me what it was. I didn't get it, but I was like, I would have just given him the painting, honestly. Sure. So I was like, okay, sure, fine. I'll take your Bitcoin. I get it. I get the
How many did he give you?
200.
I thought it was 10.
No.
200 Bitcoin?
It was an $8,000 painting. So I don't know what Bitcoin was worth in 2012.
We're going to pull up what's worth now. Ollie, how do you feel about this story?
The worst part about it is how I ended up losing it.
So how'd you lose it, Brooks?
Hold on. Let me adjust this mic. Matisse, I'm sorry.
Oh, I got the price for you too, Brooks. You're going to be very happy when you see the price.
So in 2012, right? Oh my God.
It would be worth today, if you still had this Bitcoin, which it seems you don't, the price would have been $13,781,390 for 200 Bitcoin today.
Jesse, can you help me with
13
I don't know
million.
why I'm not doing this.
For 200 Bitcoin today. And the price of Bitcoin back then in 2012 must have been in the low hundreds.
Yeah,
It was because it was an $8,000 painting. I was like, I'll hook it up, because that's how much it was on sale at the show. Galleries take commissions, so for him, I was gonna give it. I would have given it to him, and he's like, no, dude, trust me, like Bitcoin, it's worth it. He was just paying all of our friends, like he would buy weed for my friend in Bitcoin, and then as soon as Bitcoin started to go up just a little bit, like my friend bought a couch with it. Like people didn't realize what was going to take place. But here's the tragedy of what took place with my Bitcoin. You see, I'm under the impression that, I have this digital wallet. Like if I lose the key code or whatever, I can just go onto email or something and like put in a password and be like, oh, I forgot I would be able to confirm my identity. Right. Yeah. And so I had my digital wallet or whatever. I still don't really understand how Bitcoin works, but I had my digital wallet, which had all that in it. And I didn't even think about it really. And so I was in it. My girlfriend at the time, and I didn't even really cheat on her. I was talking to this girl that
you cheated on her. Come on.
The thing is, I was fucking this French girl, but she was in Paris at the time. And my girlfriend at the time saw some text messages that I don't consider to be cheating, but yeah, maybe she did. And essentially she was like, I would slap you, but I don't even want to fucking touch you. How am I ever supposed to know that you're not going to be texting women left and right? I can't believe you. And I'm like, oh, how are you going to know I'm not going to be texting women? And I was up only the 5th floor when I lived back in Baltimore. I take my phone, and this was an impulsive moment. I chucked my phone out the window, smashed, completely destroyed.
$13 million out the window.
And at this point, I'm like, I didn't even think about it at all, obviously. And I didn't have a backup. And I've actually tried. I paid somebody to try to look into it to try to find it. But
smart.
Not. I was like, I will give you a 10% commission.
Yes.
If you can find it.
Yeah, I mean, fucking a 50%
it's
commission.
It's literally impossible.
So
it's gone because I didn't even look for it until like 2016 maybe, or whenever my friend bought that couch and it was like going up a little bit. I was like, oh shit, it's
when he went to Ashley
now?
Furniture and he got a fucking ottoman, then you were like, oh man.
I was like, oh dude, I could really use some rent money.
But let's be honest, you would have sold it way long ago. You would have sold it like probably that day.
Easily.
You would have.
I forgot about it. To me, it was nothing. It was like
Brooks
like
would have gotten
like
a pizza, and he would have gotten like an antique Pac-Man video game to put in his den.
It would have been over. So
I don't like to think about this story though, because it would have definitely. It is very sad.
And back then, the wallets in 2012, I don't even think Coinbase existed. Maybe Olly can confirm this. So it'd be one thing if it was on Coinbase. You probably could just call them and show them like ID and get it back. But it was probably on the shadiest early form wallet where it is just lost in fucking Satoshi Nakamoto's locker.
It was my friend told me how to get the wallet. He like showed me how to set everything up. And I was like, okay. It was annoying to me at the time because I'm like, bro, just take the painting. But he's like, no, man, like you need something for it. Like you deserve something for your art. Yeah. And so I was grateful and I took the Bitcoin. Thought I was getting basically V-Bucks, and there was nothing, and here we are.
13 million, Brooks. If you
could have been like the Asian Facebook fucking the guy who painted the mural and he got like I don't know how many shares of Facebook and then he waited and I think he's got 200 million in the bank now.
Brooks, what would you do right now if you had $13 million? First of all, you'd probably go on a drug binge. Unfortunately, that'd be step one.
Well, 100%. Luckily, I have been for a month now pretty I can't say completely sober because at the party I did have a couple of sucks of a Molly lollipop, which it tasted terrible, and I shared it with Italia, so yeah. But yeah, no, I've been good.
$13 million would put an end to the sobriety streak real quick.
It would definitely put an end to it, that's for sure. But yeah, no,
it might end your marriage, unfortunately, too.
It would.
It might turn into like a whoremongering drug use session.
I mean,
in Vegas.
at this point, because ever since I fell into a pretty dark state of mind when my grandpa died, and I just was not able to pick up a paintbrush. And I'm finally getting back into the swing of being able to do it. But Italia has just been bankrolling my whole life. Mm-hmm. Like she is the breadwinner. I'm bringing absolutely nothing. So at this point, I owe her pretty much everything.
Mhm.
But maybe if Saltine came through with some some of what he owes, But then again, I did do the whole make him because I knew Saltine was never gonna pay me that 1,500.
No.
So I made him throw up by doing that whole pack of Zins.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm never getting that money, so I might as well torture you one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my, that's what I did. I wanted to do something at least to feel like a little bit of satisfaction for the knowing that I would never get that 1,500.
I saw there were people commenting because that clip went sort of viral. And when clips go viral, you get people who have never heard of our channel commenting. And they're like, these guys are a bunch of bullies. With friends like these, who needs enemies? They made him do a bunch of chewing tobacco. And I was like, you fucking morons. It's an entertainment venue. So obviously there's going to be some jock bullying going on.
Oh.
And he owes the guy 1,500 fucking bucks. And he gets a little nauseous. He gets a little sick to his stomach. And that makes fucking Brooks Hitler.
Yeah, well, what can I say? I've been called worse.
Yeah. Well, Brooks, that is a great story. I've told that story to a lot of people. I was telling them 10 Bitcoin, though, and it makes it much juicier to know it was 200 Bitcoin.
Well, dude. It's all right. Maybe one day there'll be some kind of technology that could help you
I'm
get it
really
back.
curious, how much was Bitcoin worth? Because it would be...
I don't even think it was worth 100 back then. I just looked. The graph, it doesn't even go back that far.
Yeah,
It-
so
I mean, it
was
might have
two-
been in the
it-
tens of
Yeah,
dollars.
no, because I think... Because
Can you look it up, Jesse? Bitcoin
Yeah,
price in 2012?
Bitcoin, it would be December, because it was her birthday, or was it would be December, no. No, it would be
13.45.
February.
$13. So $13. Each Bitcoin used to be priced $13 when you received them. They're now priced about $68,000 each. So,
Oh my God.
Brooks, where would you immediately just go check into the Chateau Marmont and just fucking call every shady coke dealer you used to associate with 40 years ago? And would you get the fucking orgy club back in action? Remember when you used to fucking bang all those chicks?
Well, I still have my sex Discord, so the
Good to keep-
orgies.
you can't let it go completely
Well,
inactive.
no,
right,
but
Leo?
now it's more of like a me and Natalia together thing. But
Hmm.
yeah, if I had that kind of money, I would I would die pretty imminently. I don't know how, but
I mean, you would just go out like
I would
fucking-
go out and
like Cobain, dude.
Yeah, I would go. That's why I think God has purposefully not allowed me to have that much money because,
Yeah.
I have very little self control, and I was like, I was this close to having like literally needing to check into rehab, and the only reason I didn't was because I wanted to like try to be able to get clean by our wedding anniversary, which just happened a couple days ago with Natalia and
Congratulations, by the way.
her birthday. So yeah, we got engaged on this podcast. So
Hell yeah, man.
remember-
Wow.
yeah. So thank you for that.
Applaud, you fucking cold-hearted producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's why I used to never believe when they would say the people who won the lottery and won $60 million immediately went bankrupt, or when, a professional athlete, Adrian Peterson, makes $100 million in his career and now he's fucking filing for bankruptcy too. But the thing is, if you just have not learned the money habits, like Brooks, you don't have the money habits mastered
Well,
yet.
I don't have a bank account anymore. It's all goes to Italia. All of I have no money or
Uh-huh.
access to it. It's for the best.
Yeah, so the $13 million would probably not be handled too responsibly if
No.
Brooks had his claws on it. And I
No.
don't mean that as an anti-Jewish trope.
No, it's fine. I mean,
clause thing, the
Yeah,
clause thing.
yeah. It's Baruch Hashem.
Yeah, but 13 million. Wow, it's fun to fantasize about that. Ollie, what do you think about that as a Bitcoiner yourself?
That's every Bitcoin. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
It's a shit ton of money.
Yeah. Do you worry about losing your keys, Ollie?
The Bitcoin?
Yeah.
I'm holding. I'll never sell it.
Losing your ability to access the biddy that you have.
No, my brother's real. He has like a ledger and shit.
Okay. You got under
Yeah,
him.
my brother's like really, really smart at that type of stuff.
Hell yeah. Financially
You
responsible.
probably, yeah, you guys would definitely.
You told me about him. I think I would. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's really cool.
Okay. Cool. Well,
He
fuck
takes
yeah.
care of all the Bitcoin.
Takes care of it, feeds it,
Are
gives it
you
water.
on? What are you on right now?
Acid.
He's on a.
Brooks, you
I mean,
did some acid, huh?
I stopped acid after the worst experience of my life on it.
Was it in the desert with us?
No. That
Mm.
was accidental.
Mm.
So that wasn't the last time I did acid. So I was trying to get Doc Ock to get as fucked up as possible. So And then Iggy brought these like these Sour Patch Kids that had a bunch of like I don't know how many doses. I know
It was weird.
So I did this thing where I like Matisse, I love you, baby, but I did this thing where I like put them in my mouth, like 4 of them, like chewed them up for like literally a second. I kid you not, it was in my mouth for a moment, and then I like secretly spit it out, tossed it in the dirt, covered it up. I told Iggy, he didn't care, but dude.
Messed you
hit
up.
me. It hit me, but it wasn't that bad. What was bad was the following morning having to go and like use the same bathroom that you had just used, and that was bad.
Oh,
but
that's
yeah,
terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially when
following
you're
Leo
still
to the
tripping.
restroom.
When you're still tripping a little bit, yeah.
Because Leo,
Oh yeah,
and you've used this quote on the road. You told me recently that you needed to go, quote, demolish a bathroom.
well, you know what? I mean, sometimes I eat some crappy food on the road, Danny, and in the morning when I have my nicotine,
Yeah,
a couple of espresso shots to clear the mechanism.
I've gone into the bathroom multiple times after Leo, and there's shit all over, not the underside, but the top of the rim.
It was like
He even got
it was
some on the
s-
tank once.
Bullshit,
It was
dude.
on
I
the
never got.
side, and you know it had to be you.
I did not blow up
So
a bathroom.
Do you remember where we were? What restaurant it was?
Probably a. No, I don't.
It was
Where
a
this?
Subway. It makes it way worse.
So
Took a shit in the subway.
If it was
I
a
must have
bat,
been.
yeah.
really
Yeah.
messed up of you, Leo. And Leo, my dog, Henry, when he pees on things, he gets up on his front legs and he lifts his butt up into the air and just pisses everywhere. I am starting to suspect Leo does a handstand before he shits.
That would make sense, actually.
And it's a fountain of diarrheal fecal matter.
You're a lot.
It's spewing out. It's just spewing out like one of the fountains of Rome. And just the tank, the walls, the sink, nothing is safe from Leo's lava-like shits when he's in one of his moods.
A piece.
I'm sorry about Matisse. It's
It's okay. It's okay. He's not on a mic, so he can't really hear him.
He has a skin condition right now, which
Yeah, I'm gonna try to call Saltine just in case he answers.
okay.
which
I
would be
gotta
sick.
get out of here for now.
All right,
but,
Brooksy.
love you
Later,
guys.
brother.
He's not gonna answer, but it'd be cool if he did. You never know. He might answer. He's gonna answer. Answer.
Put it out there.
Yo.
Come on. Nah, he's not gonna answer, dude. His grandmother got in an accident, so you know it is.
Yeah, if it's actually like that,
Fucking-
then that's
Her
No, dude, he didn't.
labia is getting in an accident right now too. Repeat collisions.
Oh god.
He's fucking the shit out of his grandma. I tell you.
So now that you know what Mr. Saltine is about, our video wasn't that bad, was it? You know what I mean? We should have gone harder on him, in fact.
yeah. I mean, you guys were definitely ripping on him for a good reason, I guess.
For a good reason.
Yeah.
He got scammed by the guy that we thought he was going to get
Well,
scammed
dude,
by.
that guy was like trying to get him to like shave his head and shit. And when I was tripping with Saltine on Mount Whitney, I was like, dude, this guy sounds like not like a guy you'd want to be with. Like, he was trying to get Saltine to be like a military like type of guy. I was like,
That's probably not bad for him, honestly.
He needs to go to the military.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
That guy. I mean, it wasn't even like a military type thing. He was just like, it was pretty weird.
Neo-Nazi type thing, maybe.
Maybe.
Dude, I don't even know the guy or to speak anything on that, but
Mhm.
he was just saying some weird shit, and I was like, that guy sounds. It wasn't a good situation.
Yeah, we were a little suspicious. I don't know if this came from Hampton Brandon, but Saltine assured us they were going to write screenplays together that were going to be similar to late 90s, early 2000s comedies, which is just, to say that's a pipe dream just doesn't begin to describe it. That, like, Saltine and a live streamer are just going to sit down, be able to craft a viable script, and then do anything with that script in Hollywood. Who's calling me right now? Cigars Emporium is calling me right now.
Answer that. Just rid of the pod and give it to me, dude.
Hello? Hello? Who am I speaking? Oh, yeah, right here.
How you doing? This is John.
What's up, John? I have an order here.
It's the Billy Clintons. You got the Bill
Sorry.
Clintons? Is it yeah, cigars, right? You got the Bill Clintons?
Is this
John.
is this you, sir?
Yes, sir. It is.
Okay.
Just got a question for you though. I mean, are they really like, they go up a Cuban girl's pussy before you box? Is that confirmed?
I'm sorry, sir. This is the wrong number.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
I
Sorry about
ordered the cigars though. What do you have a box? What is the box that you do have?
A Padron.
Okay, and listen, why don't you relax here, all right, buddy? You seem a
have
little
a,
nervous about this, and I'm gonna buy the box from you. But if you give me this kind of attitude, you're freaking me out right now. You know what I'm saying?
I have a speech impediment, sir.
Oh, you have a speech. Well, I'm really sorry to say that. It's totally fine. Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna take the box if it's gone up a girl's pussy or not. Okay, buddy? So don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be fine. Are you okay?
That was the wrong number, sir. I'm sorry.
You can just take the rest of the day off, man. Like, don't even. Sounds like you need some time to relax and say go home, maybe smoke a little doobie, have a few drinks,
Jerk off.
All right, sir.
take a load off. You know what I mean? Watch some Pornhub, pull up a nice video, and jerk your fucking cock, buddy. That's what you need.
Well, I'll be a nice day, sir.
You too, buddy. Bye.
Holy shit.
Guys,
Ours Emporium.
it's been the Leo and Daddy show.
Leo and Danny show. Where can you find Olly? Olly?
Yeah, it's my YouTube, Olly G.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is just O11IE_G.
Hell yeah. Go follow our boy. He has some quite the adventures. He's a good friend of the channel. He's been around for a while. He's gonna live in LA. So we might see him
Let's
around
go.
again.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on.
Of course, man.
Have a good one, boys.